How are we all doing this evening? I can see quite a few familiar faces in the chat. Welcome to the Colour Cave, and we're just going to have a little chill out for, well, it was supposed to be 15 minutes, but now we're down to 12 minutes, just while people come into the chat and we get on with things. I hope you're all well this evening. I was nearly not well, but I'm here now. Everything will be okay. I'll explain that a little bit later as we go along. Can you just let me know if light and sound is okay? I'm kind of hoping it is, because this is the first time we are streaming with the new laptop. And Our good friend Thea here, one of our mods, she's been helping me out a lot with trying to get this set up, and the top-down camera is absolutely amazing now compared to the camera quality we had before. Really, really good. Really good. So okay. Oh, hi Tracy, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Sounds good, says Thea. Oh, we've also got, I'm just looking back through here, I can see Laurie. Hi Laurie, so that's us. We've got 2 mods this evening, 2 out of 3, ain't bad. So if you have any questions, or if something gets a bit heated, or there's trolls in the chat, if you guys could just either let Thea or Laurie know, and they will take appropriate action. As we always say here in the cave, this is a safe space. Everyone wants to be happy and comfortable, and I always encourage healthy debate, but sometimes, things can go a bit south or a bit left quickly. That's what our mods are for, and we know that our mods do an excellent job, so... Oh, well, hi there, Daria. Nice to see you too. I actually need to send you an email, madame. I shall do that tomorrow morning. Chat to you about your artwork and the state of Royal Mail. Well, yeah, that'll be fine. I'm so glad to see you all here. This is nice. This is actually a really important live stream. I've kind of downplayed it a little bit. Maybe I should have given it more attention. But this is a really important live stream for me because I am actually looking for quite a bit of feedback from you tonight in regards to Cavemas. I wanted to do it in a live stream because I know the people that attend my live streams tend to be the people that watch all of the Cavemas videos. So I think that your input is very, very, very valuable and very important. So yeah, we've got that to deal with. We've got quite a lot to get through tonight, actually. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this in a live stream setting rather than just at the end of the video go, oh yeah, can I have some opinions, please? All is fine. Okay, everybody's all good, all good, all good, all good. I like it a lot. Aloha, Terry, I see you. How is Hawaii this fine? I was going to say this evening, but obviously it's not evening for you. I would imagine it'll be warm. Christine says, my hair looks lovely and arty too. I was actually just about to say, I need to apologise for my hair tonight because I'm having one of those days where my hair is quite unruly. It's very naturally wavy and it's thick and there's a lot of it. And sometimes I just can't get it to do what I need it to do. And sometimes it just doesn't do anything apart from what it wants to do. And today is one of those days. I'm fading fast in terms of colour. I'm various shades of blue now, and my ends are almost back to blonde, and it's literally just shoved up so it's not hanging in my face. But if it looks arty, do you know what? I'm cool with that. I'll take it. I will take it. It's hilarious. Oh, goodness me. Anyway, yes. Black Rose is doing a very boring craft, gluing hotfix gemstones to a scarf. That sounds interesting. I love how you're digging my hair, and I've literally done it. The other issue that I've had today, which isn't maybe initially apparent, is I've had a bit of a run-in with something with nuts in it today. If you look really closely, if I tilt my face like that, and you can see that my face is basically like the surface of the moon, and it actually runs down my neck as well. I don't know what's happened, because I'm usually really careful, but I think I've like maybe touched something and it usually happens, like here, if I've touched something and then like touched my face by accident, and it was so sore and itchy earlier on, and I could feel things like tightening up. But I've got really good like really strong antihistamines, like prescription ones that I can take, and it seems to have calmed it down, and with a little bit of makeup we're not too bad. But there was a moment there where I thought, I was like, this might be an EpiPen in a hospital visit moment. But I have no idea what it was. This is the thing, because I tend not to keep nutty things in the house, so I've got no idea how that happened. But anyway, I'm here and everything's fine. I've just got a bit of a bumpy face. Okay. So between my hair and my face, like, I'm not having a good day today at all. Oh, here's Green Hat as well. We've got a full house of mods. Woo! Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Green Hat, that's really good of you. Just for everyone else that's in the chat, I actually emailed our mods today and said to them, don't actually need you tonight if you don't want to come. Just because this is quite, quite a relaxed sort of live stream tonight. We don't have a lot of stuff like that needs organised or dealt with. And it's really nice to see that despite not being needed, everyone's here anyway. Yay! It's all good. No, Danny, it's fine. It was like super itchy earlier and my face was actually quite swollen. I looked as if I had like a bit of a hamster cheek, hamster cheek going on, but it's actually okay now. You can see that my face is like a normal shape. I'm just a little bit bumpy on one side. And it's not nearly as itchy. So what happens now is in about an hour and 9 o'clock. Yeah, so a couple of hours, I'll take like a normal antihistamine, and by the morning my skin should be back to normal. Everything will be okay. A view says you gave them the day off and they came to work to cute. Yeah, I know, it's so good, isn't it? So, oh no, we're disconnecting. Please, no, OBS Studio, please don't do that. Oh. I don't know if this is going to cut her out or not, but OBS just like had a total fit to itself. I'm really hoping that hasn't affected things. As I said, I mentioned this just a couple of minutes ago, but this is like the first time we've set this up on the new laptop, so I'm kind of like, I'm a bit sort of tentative, like, is everything going to be okay? Is everything going to work? Yeah, right, so let's get cracked in, because we've got a nice wee cosy group. There's 38 people here. Hi, George on the Rocks. Thanks for coming and joining us. Nice to see you. There was a moment of bumpiness. Well, if his bumpiness is all that it is, then bearing in mind I've got rural internet here, I'll take bumpiness, that's fine. It's a bit like my face. Right, so, yeah, like what I want to do is bring this over here. And I shall show you what is going on. So let me just let's just do a little bit of a live stream transition here. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Now, look how clear and lovely this is. It's very fancy. We've got our fancy pants on now. This will only stay like this if my internet connection holds up at this speed. There is every chance that it will not, because obviously I stay on a farm. I'm in the ass end of nowhere. But let's just keep our little fingers crossed, shall we? So, yeah, okay, we are... there's kind of like, there's a bit of reasoning behind this. I know we have a mixture of people that are just colourists, people that are artists, and people like me that do a little bit of both. And normally I like to try and keep a balance and do a little bit of colouring, but also do a little bit of art as well. What's happening just now is for an artist who doesn't do commissions, I've actually got a buttload of commissions on the go, and when I'm doing commissions I do not share them publicly until they have been given to the customer and obviously paid for as well. It's just a privacy rights and privilege that I like to respect. So a lot of my time right now outside of my proper job and the farm and doing YouTube is taken up with these commissions. So this is why I've got the Ink House, because obviously this was done in a video and it's an easy thing for me to carry on just now. So apologies to those of you that aren't really interested in the adult colouring stuff. I hope there's a little bit more interest because I'm using Inktense pencils, and you will get something out of it. But I do try to keep a balance and I like to keep it fair, but I've just got a lot on just now that I can't share, so this is what we're doing. We're back with Freddie Foxlove here, who's still looking very dapper. He's got his shiny belt buckle as well. I like that. That was good. There is art and colouring. Lockdown Art and Beyond has said there is art and colouring. Well, yes, there absolutely is, and that's why I include it on my channel. But it's not to everyone's taste. It's like someone who does, let me think. It's like someone who does cross stitch, but also does diamond painting. Both have crafty aspects, but your entire audience isn't necessarily going to be interested in both of them. So, same sort of thing. Ah. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not art, right? Calm yourselves down, jeez. It is absolutely art, but just some people aren't into it. That's all I'm saying. Wow. It's getting a bit... Anyway, so this was the next thing I was going to mention after my hair. The barking. Mr. Jim's due in. It's okay, Jock, here. There you go, get him. We're calving cows just now, so we are both in and out of the house, because you alternate between calving cows, sorting everything else out, coming in to get a heat and get something to drink, wash your hands, and then the cycle starts again. So Mr. Gem's going to be in and out periodically over the next 2 hours while I do this, and when I'm finished this, it's my turn, and I can't wait. Oh, here he comes. Oh, it's Pip and Jock. Are you here too? Come on then. Come and say hi to everyone. Hi, baby. Oh, you get assaulted. You okay? I don't know what she's doing. Hi, Amethyst Rock. Nice to see you. Oh, it's really unusual for me to have both dogs in the cave with me. It's usually one or the other. Pip's traumatised. What's wrong, Pip? It's okay. You're all right. Oh, God, dog. Oh, yes, Jock, I see you too. Oh, he's the best boy. Oh, it's the best boy. Oh, the best boy. Right, you guys need to, you need to go because I've kind of got stuff to do. Working. Well, busy. So yes, that was Pip and Jock for you. So with Freddie Foxglove here, I'm going to continue on with this piece, and I've pre-selected some pencils, so I'm still using these Inktense pencils. I've been waggling these about for about 3 minutes now. I still have... Stop growling. If you're going to growl, I'm going to put you out, because the cavers don't want to listen to you growling. That's Pip, by the way. She's the noisiest dog I've ever had. Right, no, I'm not having this. Please excuse me, everyone. You, out. You're barred. Out. She's such a hooligan. Jock, it's okay, I'm not shouting at you. You're a good boy. Oh, dearie me. Right, okay, so as I was saying, back to what we were at. I picked out... Back a bit, Jen. Basically, on this page, what I've done is I've filled in a little bit of shadow sections down each side here because I wanted this archway to pop out. But when it comes to actually working the page, I like to start in the top right hand corner just because I'm left-handed. And I'll fill this in, and then I'll kind of work my way down, and then I'll do the archway and work my way across. So the pencils I've picked out are to essentially work in this section here. So I'm just going to show you very quickly, which is what I was trying to do before I was rudely interrupted. Ooh. Hi Marigold, nice to see you, how you doing? Just popping on to say hello. Are you a bit achy? Oh yeah, it's more than freezing cold. Have you got snow, Marigold? Because I know there's quite a lot going down with you, all the way down in Yorkshire. Righty ho. So yes, anyway, I have picked out the mustard colour, and also I have here. What's happened to my oak pencil? Where did it go? It's missing. Oh no, there it's there. Right, okay, yes, so I've got mustard and oak, and that is for the palm stem, but also for this section up here. So I've got those two, and the Payne's Grey is the colour that I was using for the stonework. I may or may not need that in the next little while. For the leaves, I've got beach green and felt green. And I was going to extend these two colours down into these plants here, which look a little bit like lupins to me. I'm not sure if that's what they are. And excuse me, and I'm going to use the cadmium yellow here for the buds that are on these lupin type plants down the bottom here. Everybody's got snow. Snow, 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 snow. It's quite funny actually. No disrespect to my counterparts south of the border. Obviously, where I live, I'm in the north of Scotland. Snow's like not a thing for like it happens all the time. But you guys are like, oh, we've got snow. We only start to worry if we've been snowed in for 4 days and there's no signs of it changing. The problem here is though it's been cold, right? It's always cold, but like see the last few days it's been absolutely bitter. Like, if you go outside, you feel as if the wind's gonna like slice you in half, because we get like the wind from the North Sea. It's not big and it's not clever. You're like, oh no, don't do this to me. Okay, so in terms of activating our Inktense pencils, this will be familiar to a lot of you that spend some time in the cave. I have got the Kuretake Zig H2O brushes. This is what I use all the time. And I kind of say the same thing all the time as well. If I didn't have access to these, I would pick the Pentel Aqua brushes. The reason for it is they have longevity. I have only replaced these brushes once in the 5 years that I've been arting. I don't use any other water brushes, and the only reason I replaced the full set is because my little one, which is the yellow one, the bristles were starting to splay a little bit. Unsurprisingly, this is the one that I use the most, but I just decided I would treat myself and replace the whole set, and I only did that last year. So the longevity and the build quality is good. And the Pentel ones I like because the water flow, like the control of the water flow, is quite similar to these, and it seems to suit me, especially with a dodgy hand, motor function and pressure problems, so I seem to get on well with them. These are readily available on Amazon, and I think you can actually buy them as a set like this. If you're watching after the fact, I will try and have a link under the video to maybe the Amazon UK version of this. Mods, could you maybe try and find a link to this and put it in chat for people for these watercolour pens? That would water brushes. That would be really good. Thank you. Snow, 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 snow. No snow here yet, but 3 degrees at the moment. Yeah, that's why you're sore, Marigold. Like, that's not going to be helping. I sympathise again. Good old hand here. Right, so let's actually put some some colour on the paper, shall we? So exciting. I've got this inclination to start with the trunk of this palm tree here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, see how this goes with this fancy new camera. The autofocus should autofocus. It's so nice, isn't it? I am going to be literally eating beans on toast for the next like 8 months because of this laptop, but it makes it totally worth it for stuff like this. Oh, check me out, fancy pants. So yeah, get a bit of oak down. And this is the one Inktense pencil that I actually find is quite deceiving, because when you put it down dry, it actually looks quite green. And then when you add water to it, all of a sudden it looks brown and you're like, oh, okay, So in here, this is going to be super dark, so I'm not going to touch this with water, but I am going to press really hard with this pencil, get a really nice bit of shadow in there, and we'll work the water on this bottom part here. I'm going to take this mustard colour and I'm just going to pop a little bit down the bottom there, like just a cheeky bit of colour, just so we can blend it in, because that's half the fun. And I'm going to use my yellow water brush for this. This is the smallest tip. Thank you, Thea, for popping that link up. She has put the UK link up. Obviously, depends where you are, might be different prices, but just to give you a look to see what it is, and you can look it up on Amazon in whatever country you are in, or whatever Amazon's closest to you might be a better thing. Is someone talking about beans? Someone said big beans? Every joint is aching. Yes. Yes, Marigold, I'm so sorry you're feeling like that. That's absolutely freaking awful, and I hope you can sit it out, or at least maybe we can help you take your mind off it for a wee while if you want to hang about. Mrs. Barnabas says Marigold, gentle hug. Yeah, like really soft squishy hug, not a hard hug just in case we hurt you. Okay, right, so now I've got my water because I've been like squishing that against my hand forever. I'm going to start with this mustard part because it's a little bit of a lighter colour, and just going to work my way up here. Whoa, yeah, and I'll maybe pull a tiny bit of that down. That was brave. And get this little part in here. Excellent. Okay. Nice. I'm really enjoying Freddie Foxlove, obviously because he's got a bit of a rural air about him. But yeah, I kind of like him. I think he seems like quite a cool dude. Right, okay, so let's look at these palm leaves then. Now, half of the situation with this is we've got to deal with the fold in the page, the gutter, and it's not always the easiest to deal with, and I basically just kind of ignore it, to be honest. People get quite hung up on, like, oh, making sure it's really nice and neat. When you're flicking through the book, you're not going to notice it, so don't stress out about it when you don't have to. So I'm going to grab the felt green pencil here. And what I want to do is, not for my Inktense pencils to keep rolling into shot here, what I want to do is take the foremost leaves, so the ones that are closest to the camera here, and I want to pop down a really light layer of this felt green. So this is kind of like I would do if I was just working in normal pencil. And just get a little layer of that on the go. This one's like super duper long, it's like blah. But yeah, the ones that are on the frontmost facet of this. This is such a fun colour, like I love this colour. Maybe that big one there too. Terry, what are you doing? You don't need to do that. Oh, that's super nice. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to lie, the laptop was expensive. Like, see the upkeep of gear to make sure that you're current. It is an expensive pursuit, but more than that, it's not just paying for the stuff. See, trying to get everything compatible and working together, it is a total nightmare. I literally lost about 3 days trying to get everything that worked on the old laptop to work on the new laptop, which included editing software like for our normal videos, and I found out randomly by googling for like 2.5 hours that the old software just would not work on this laptop. So I literally had to download new editing software and learn how to use it from scratch because I needed to put the first video out of the new year. So it's stressful, but it turns out the new software is really good, so I'm fine with it. It's okay. Colzo's got the pink wavy hand, the other hands for Terry. Thank you, Colzo. That's exactly what we need. Oh, Laurie, you guys, are you like? Oh, that's amazing. I feel like I need to show off a bit of laptop porn here. See if I zoom out, you can just see the rainbow colours. This changes colour. The entire keyboard does this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to move this over enough without breaking anything. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but like there's a whole set of colours going on in the keys here, and it's like a sort of like a circular rainbow effect, but it does this all the way around, and it does it on the back of the laptop as well. It's absolutely obnoxious. And you can change it. I can't be bothered because every time I boot it up it goes back to the rainbow thing, so I just leave it. Anywho's, back to what we're doing. Ah, jeez. Oh. No, I appreciate that, Laurie, and that's really, really nice of you. The thing is, though, I wouldn't do it. If we couldn't afford to do it, I wouldn't do it. But, yeah, there's a bit of budgeting involved. Let's just put it that way. Right, so I've got the beach green here. And just in at the very base of this plant, I've got this nice flicky motion that I like to use. I'm going to zoom back in now. We've seen enough of the obnoxious laptop. This flicky motion. And I'm going to do that with the pencil, but I'm also going to do that with the water brush as well. But just a little bit. So the base third of each of these leaves, and it's to give that sense of depth. You know, because if you think of these palm trees, all the leaves meet and they all protrude from the same point and kind of... So that's what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm going to go for my mid-sized water brush here, and again, I like to get this going in the back of my hand. This is a habit that I picked up from Peter Hewitt, who is one of the more, I don't want to say old school YouTube colorists because that makes her sound old. That's not what I mean. I love Peter Hewitt, but that's what she used to do, and I couldn't figure out for ages why I did it, and it's because when I learned to colour to begin with, I watched a lot of her videos, and that's where it came from. So, normally I would start at the lightest part, but I'm actually going to go from the middle because we're using this flicky motion, and I'm literally just going to... And look at that colour, it is freaking insane. It just jumps out the page, and that is why I love Inktense. Look at that, that's crazy, that's absolutely crazy. And that was literally a few strokes. And look at the colours that we've got. So good. So, so good. I'm just going to put the manual focus on because the autofocus is kind of bouncing about a little bit. Hi, Nye. Nice to see you. How's your summer going? I bet you it's roasting. Christy says those stickers on the laptop look familiar. Did I get a Lenovo? Yes, we've got it's a Lenovo Legion 7 that I've bought, Christy. I tried to find a set of the Zig water brushes on the Canadian Amazon, but only singles. Okay, well that's good to know. So for those of you in Canada, Laurie's saying that you can only buy them individually. Zig, yeah, we got that. We got that. Nice. Okay, so I am going to go back to this felt green. And again, just like a base colour, I'm going to use the darker green a bit more heavily in some of these leaves that are in behind, but we'll get going with this first. And try and get the bulk of these on the go. Just get another burst of colour. Now obviously that's going to be quite similar to the colours that we've got for Freddie Foxglove's Pantaloons down here, or his +4s, whatever you want to call them. But that's it's close enough to look as if it's similar, but it's far enough away that you wouldn't notice the difference between the colours. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But if it does, then that's great. And it kind of helps keep the uniformity. So, yeah, all good. All good, all good. Colzo's asking if Inktense are light fast-ish. They don't have the same light fast ratings as some of the pencils, like the normal colour pencils, because they are ink based. But they're fairly good. They're fairly good. Cara still hasn't touched her copy of the Ink House. German Amazon only has a single brushes too, if you're lucky to find them. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting, because you like, bearing in mind I've been using these water brushes since 2000 and I want to say 17. And I've always been able to buy them on Amazon UK in a pack. This is really interesting. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm really glad that I have actually managed to rescue this. I don't actually know what just happened. Excuse me while I fix some lights. My entire like setup just absolutely biffed out. My laptop shut down and everything. So at least I've been able to pick the stream back up. That's always something. I love the way that Thea's just like jumped in and been like, "It's okay everyone, don't panic. We're here. We're all good. We are all good." Oh, wow. Oh, God. Right, okay. So, anywho's, we're back. Oh, wow. You never used to be able to do this with the streaming software that I use. See if something happened and the stream closed down. That was it. That was the end of the discussion. So, I'm glad we've been able to bring this back. And yeah, Cal's saying it's probably an automatic update. I see with this laptop, nothing surprises me. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. That's better. We're back with Freddie here. He's still here. He's still doing his thing. Yeah, deep breaths. It's fine. Honestly, I'm good. We're okay. Right, so there's other stuff. Time's going on. We need to address things. So I've got some questions for you guys if you are willing to answer them. And my first question to you is, we're talking about Cavemas. What I would like to do is get some feedback from you on our Cavemas videos. And I would love to know what your favourite Cavemas video has been, either as, you know, like from the whole time we've been doing it, or if it's something just from this year. I would love to hear from you as to what was your absolute favourite and what did you enjoy the most about that particular video. I'm just grabbing my little water brush here for this, and I'm working in these darker sections. Still keeping that same flicky motion, but I'm just starting to work on the ones that are a little bit in behind. So the further back we go from this front sort of tuft, the darker they're going to be in at those root areas. So I'm just going to work my way around, and you can be quite methodical with this, because while you're waiting for one part to dry, you can pick up another part. So that's kind of my plan. So I'm just alternating between this felt green and then that slightly darker pencil, which was the beach green. And we'll just pop that in there, and we can get going with that again. So I'll do this little section. I'm kind of thinking of it in quarters. So while this part's drying down here, I can work on this one up here. And just pop in a little bit there and here and there. I'm going to switch these screens round. I've got two monitors. So this monitor is the streaming software, and this monitor over here's got the YouTube screen on, which is where the chat is. And I'm going to switch them round because I feel as if when I'm looking at the chat, I could be looking at the camera. So let's see if we can swap these over without crashing everything again. Let's not have that incident going on. Right, like there we go. That's better, because I can kind of look at you and look at the chat at the same time, and it's not too I'm not going to end up with whiplash. Okay, so let's back up a bit here. Oh, right, okay, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, but I want to say hi to Jana, or is it Yana? She says, happy to be able to join the live stream. I have done this page and love the book. I love this book too. Thanks for coming and joining, and it's really nice to see you. Like buttons. How much is it worth not to put your stuck expression in the wild? Looks like toothless, not in a good way. Alright, Jan. Okay, so Danny's saying she enjoyed the vlog, but her and her husband like the story narrations. Oh, okay. Oh, people like the story one. Do you guys like the story ones, really? The story and the vlog, okay. And more vlog. Hi Rana, nice to see you. Thanks for coming and joining. Green Hat says she lives vicariously through me with the unboxings. I love to be able to provide that for y'all. Like that really kind of like cheers me up. Oh. Okay, Mona likes live streams. Okay, that's nice. See, and I find this really interesting. The most popular answers that you guys are giving me just now are the story, you know, the paint and story videos, which I did one of those last year and obviously did one this year. I've just realised I've not put in any of the beach green. I should be doing that. And the vlog videos. When I'm coming up with ideas and stuff for Cavemas, I'm like, oh, I really need to keep it like properly arty, because people are going to think, you know, if I do things like vlog videos, it's kind of irrelevant and nobody's going to watch them. So I find it really interesting that y'all like that. With the story and the painting videos, that is for a single video, that is the most work a video could ever be, because there's so many aspects that you've got to fit together, and those videos actually take the longest and the most work. But if you all, if that's one of your favourite, it feels worth it, if you know what I mean. And I would love to do it if I know that's one of your favourites, but it's very, very time consuming. I like it though, and the reason I wanted to do them in the first place is because I used to write a lot of short fiction before I started arting. That was kind of my thing, and have had some stuff published as well, so it kind of goes hand in hand for me, but it is a lot of work. And when I start planning and actually doing things for Cavemas, it's one of the very first things that I do. Like, I start on that video straight away. Oh look, I've got overexcited here. Oh no. Need to try and mop up my mess. Too busy gesticulating. But there you go, look how nicely that green's popping out. This is peachy, absolutely peachy. Okay, Tracy likes the interviews as well. Oh, hi Faith, nice to see you. Oh, I'm glad it's given you some confidence. Like, that makes me really happy. That's one of the main things I really like about having a YouTube channel. And I always say, don't be scared. Like, just go for it, just try it. See if it's a mess, no one has to see it. I think a lot of us here can agree that it's not just the art we're here for. We're come for the art, we stay here for the gem. I just come for a bit of gem. Well, that's interesting, but okay. Hi, Patty. Oh, that's really nice for you all to say. I just find it really funny because I'm literally just a person that lives in a slightly depressing country because it rains most of the time, and I'm just doing my thing. But yeah, Lockdown Art and Beyond, saying this is a community now as well as an arty place, that was something that I always wanted, even if it was just a couple of hundred people, which, by the way, was my original intention, not a couple of thousand, let alone nearly 10,000. I know we've lost a lot of people, like a lot of people are still subscribed that aren't actually active, and that's what happens when you've been on YouTube for years, because that's like, we're coming up on 5 years now. That's a natural sort of attrition that you're going to get. But to have all of you guys here and do this kind of thing, it's really special, and I'm glad that we've managed to foster that sense of community, because I've really pushed for that, especially because I am not necessarily the most sociable of people. I'm at the shocks like, but you have cows. Yes, I know I've got cows. God damn it, I know I've got cows. Cal's saying when she started her journey, she had a W.H. Smith set of pencils, a Posca pen, and she now has so many different mediums. Yes. Green hat, we enjoy the occasional chaos. That's funny. The mystery of what colour hair you'll have now. I'm actually going to change my hair colour really soon, so you'll have to stay tuned for that, Jan. Yeah, Thea likes it because, like, you guys can all talk. And, maybe, I think some of you are probably quite a lot like me, and you're maybe, IRL, you're maybe not the most sociable of people, and you actually feel more comfortable in this sort of online environment. And I would like to think that I've fostered a safe online environment where, especially here in the live streams, where people can be familiar with each other and, talk about stuff where you've got common ground, but you don't have that social awkwardness. Or for me, when I'm in a social group in real life, I am very outgoing. I'm just the way I am with you guys now, but I find it absolutely exhausting. I can go out on it, like, to a party where I don't know people, and I've always been the person that's been thrust to the front because I'm really outgoing and I'm really chatty. But what everyone else that is with me doesn't realise a lot of the time, it is so draining. And I literally go from like 100 miles an hour being really sociable to like disappearing literally into my cave and telling everybody to go away and leave me alone for 3 days. And it's called being an ambivert. And it's just one of those things. But that's the way I am, that's the person I am, and I make no apologies for that. And if we can make use of that here in the cave in a live stream, then I am 100% up for it. Look, we've got the other hands. That's all I can see in the chat. It's the pink other hands. What's going on? Whoa! Patties like cows. Oh, that's funny. Oh, goodness me. Okay, someone's saying, like, Nye's made a comment somewhere which I can't find, but, I've totally lost the thread of the chat now, good grief. Oh, Elise has popped in. Have you secured any discontinued Prismacolor lavender or lilac? No, I haven't, Elise, and I've got no plans to do so. The Prismacolor pencils are really expensive here in the UK. I don't use them that often, and my lavender and lilac are both a good length, so I'm not really that bothered, to be honest. Cows. Yeah, okay, right, so I found Danny's comment again. I do agree, Nye. The whole thing was so lovely. There weren't any duds. It's all incredibly enjoyable. All right, we're talking about Cavemas videos, right? I've cottoned on to where we are. The clip, okay, yeah, right, nice. Colzo says, this feels like a safe space to be. That's like the ultimate compliment. I really appreciate you saying that, because that's what I want. Again, the live streams are a huge effort for me, and I'm knackered after I've done these, but I enjoy it when I'm in it. And for you to be able to say that here with everyone, that makes me really, really happy. Like, it really does. So thank you. Jem, sure. Like, I didn't wear this on purpose. It does actually say anti-social butterfly on it, but it does have really pretty butterflies down the sleeve. Can you see that on the face cam? And it's actually a hoodie dress. It's not just a jumper. See if I stand up. It goes all the way down. It goes all the way down to my knees. I'm not one for fashion because it's absolutely freezing just now. I don't care what I look like. I just want to feel warm. Faith says she doesn't like people, but some arty people are okay. Yeah, we're all okay here. You'll be fine here. Leslie says ambivert, love it. Yep. No, the proper term is an ambivert. That is an actual thing, so you can use that from now. Oh, so you're an ambidextrous ambivert. Good. Like it. Okay. Right, enough of the chat, enough of the... we have talked about the whole situation with the live streams and what we like and what we don't like. And what I want to know is now, with Cavemas specifically, I will still keep a live stream in Cavemas, that's never going to change. But if you could have one video as part of Cavemas, what would you want? What would you love to see as part of Cavemas? Because we're starting to develop these sort of like traditions now. Like, we always start with Johanna's Christmas. So I would love to hear what you would like to see as part of Cavemas. If you had the choice, if you were in charge of organising the Cavemas videos, what would you want to see? What would make you happy for Cavemas? Get some more colouring done here while I'm waiting for y'all in the chat. Trying to get these top sections done. I should really get them done first. I really need some water. I do have some water here. I've just not drank any of it. Ah, here's Nina as well. Hello. Nina, I just wanted to let you know I got your Facebook message and I did read it. I haven't replied to you, but I will take that time tomorrow when I've got a bit of breathing space and I'll send you a wee message proper, okay? Thea would love another story time for Cavemas. Oh god. Elise says live with you and Papa Gem. Ah, that's funny. A Papa Gem in the cave. Oh my god, what is wrong with you people? Cal's saying it would be cool if we did a Secret Santa and you video the opening of stuff we said. Oh no, see that? No, right, okay. Ooh. Lisa says she wants to see dogs and cows at least once. Oh man. And Cow guest star. So what you're telling me is basically you want an Agnes video at Cavemas. Is that what you all are after? Oh, now Lockdown Art and Beyond's made a really good suggestion. Maybe you, meaning me, versus someone else in an art challenge for fun. That sounds, see, I like that. That sounds fun. The variety of videos and the surprise each day is just what Cavemas is all about. Okay, Daria. Oh, all right then. That's fair. I would, I would love to hear any other suggestions that you have. I kind of like the art challenge one, and I know for a fact that Ms. Julia K of Julia K Art Studios, she would be up for that. I would lose terribly to her, especially if it was watercolor. But yeah, we could do that. Maybe if it was coloured pencil, I'd be the winner. Not that I'm competitive or anything, obviously. Oh, that's funny. Art Jules is saying, how about a collab with you and Julia Kay? Well, it's interesting that you should say that, Jules, because some of you know that Julia came to visit me last year. She came to Scotland. That was her first time in Scotland, and she had such a good time. And I am planning to go to Sweden at some point, and we talked about actually doing some work the next time we got together. We didn't want to do it this time because we both needed a holiday. But yeah, that's something for the future that might be a thing, that might be good. Cavemas, oh no. I guess shot of the llama. Okay, so we need to go and see Freya as well. So basically you want everything apart from me. You want Papa Jem, you want llamas, and you want Julia. That tells me all I need to know. That's hilarious. Oh, you guys are something else. Well, Thea, Thea's saying that what we would do is if it was Julia and I, we would pick something we're both not familiar with. Julia's a smart arse. She's done everything because Julia has literally been arting since she was about 14 or 15. I've only been arting for 5 years, so I am at a distinct disadvantage. We would have to pick something really, really obscure. Jan's saying she has to make the paint as we go along. I like that. That would be a stipulation. It's like, yeah, Julia, you're allowed to play, but you got to make your own paint, so it's a bit mean, isn't it? Oh, that's funny. Me and Jack Daniels. Well, it is usually me and Jack Daniels, isn't it? Jack and I have a very long-standing relationship, you know. Do you know what's really weird? I said this year I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight this year, so I've really cut down my drinking. And see, this last week I have had the worst craving for a beer. Like, I just want a beer. I haven't had one, and I have no intentions because I'm stubborn, you see. But I've not been craving Jack Daniels. I just want a really cold, bubbly pint of, Peroni. Oh, that would be amazing. I might treat myself at the end of the month. If I've lost enough weight at the end of the month, I might do that as a wee, incentive. But I have no idea why. Because I really thought I would want to, obviously drink Jack Daniels, because that's generally what I drink. But no, really strange. Julia has to drink Jack Daniels as well. Well, I can tell you that won't go well, because Julia's not really a drinker. She's not very good at it. The Swedes like to think they can drink, but they can't. Because Julia's dad, I can confirm Julia's dad is the same. I have also had Julia's parents for a visit, and Julia's dad, I think he thinks he would like to be able to drink like a Scottish person, but I can't. It's fine. I don't want to make disparaging remarks about Julia's parents. Her parents, by the way, are absolutely freaking awesome. They are the best fun, and I've told them they can come and stay with me anytime they want. It's such good fun when they were here. A collage video. Colzo, can you elaborate on that a little bit more? What do you mean by a collage? Or do you mean making a collage? Patty says an acrylic pour challenge. I'm really not into that. That was such a fad. I don't follow the trends that you see on TikTok or Instagram. I'm like, I'm not into stuff like that. Janice says, Jem, I live in Kentucky and we have the best bourbon in the world. Too cold for beer, and up there it would have icicles in it. Oh, I suppose I was saying, like, yeah, making a collage, yeah, that might be quite interesting. Yeah, like pot throwing, that sounds amazing. I'm totally up for that. Like, I would do that. I think that would be such good fun. Especially, see, having a dodgy hand. You'll know that's not going to go well for me. Like, but absolute, like, maximum entertainment value, obviously. Oh, wow. So good. So good. Yeah. So good. Okay, right. I'm going to stop here with the ink house. I've got like half a palm tree done, but I'm sure you'll agree it's looking pretty good. And if I zoom out a little bit, it seems to be blending in quite nicely with good old Freddy Foxglove here. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. So I'm gonna pop this away. I was gonna close the book there, but clearly we're not going to do it. We're just going to pop it out of the way because we've got other stuff we need to deal with now. Just bear with me one moment. Okay, so next on the agenda, I talked a little bit, let me just move these pencils out of the way, just keeping on the colouring theme, I talked about choosing our next video series, and that's exactly what I want your help with. Now, when I read through the comments, I spent a little bit of time sorry guys, I'm really distracted here. Thea, can you do the business with the person in the chat that's clearly being random? Thank you very much. Yeah, so I looked through the comments underneath the last colouring video, and there was quite an even spread between wanting animals coloured, but not only that, between Tim Jeffs and Kirby, and also with Colin Thompson as well. So what I've decided we're going to do is we're going to do all three of those, and we'll do them in a specific order. I'm going to start with Tim Jeffs because, as I said in that video, we can usually complete one of his pages in maybe 1 or 2 sittings. And I haven't done any grayscale colouring for a while as well. So what I would like to do now is bring in Tim Jeffs' book that I showed you, which was Intricate Ink Volume 5. So this is one of his later books that's in the hardback. It was published by Pomegranate. I'm not sure if he still has a contract with Pomegranate. I'm going to contact him and ask him, because it seems to be that these books are kind of difficult to find just now. So, yeah, well, that's an aside. But I've got 3 pictures here, and I want you guys in the chat to pick one of these pictures right now, and that's what we're going to start with for our colouring agenda for 2023. So, the 3 pictures that I've got here, I would like to colour either, just find the right page, this cat. Now, I just need to make sure that I get this right, because... hang on a wee second. Yes, Palas's cat. Quite an interesting cat with sort of little ears. But I think this would be really great to colour for the eyes, especially. If you don't want that, we've got a hornbill, because it's fun. Or feeling something a little bit more sedate. We've got a nice little kestrel here as well. So if you would like to pick one of those 3, so you can just say cat, hornbill or kestrel, and we'll do it. Well, I think we'll just do a little poll, shall we? I'll put up a poll here. Let me see if it's going to start a poll. There we go. Which Tim Jeffs animal kestrel horn Bill. I love the fact that some of you are saying Kitty, so I'm just going to put Kitty in the poll. Ask your community. Right, okay, if you can stick a response onto the little poll there. Oh goodness me, that's gone quick. Kestrel being a Yorkshire gal, says Marigold. That's funny. Oh, Kestrel for Jan as well. Cat. What a cat. I've got a pile of stuff beside the desk here that's just like it's just fallen over, so I'm gonna pick it up while you guys are doing that. Don't mind me, I'll be back in a second. Oh, there we go. Everything's fine. I've rescued it. Stuff falling over. Okay, the Kestrel is winning by a country mile. Wow, I'm really surprised at that. I don't know why, but I am. I'm really surprised at that. Okay. So are we feeling the Kestrel? It is really pretty. Look at his little face, his little beak. Colzo doesn't have the poll showing. Well, I don't really know what to do about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, like okay, the hornbill's like an absolute no from all of you. You're like, nah, no thanks. Okay, right, we're gonna call it for the Kestrel because it's got half of the votes on its own. So thank you very much, everyone. That is where we're going to be starting. So our next colour along series will be here with this image here. And I know that Tim will be delighted about that because Tim is very good at keeping in touch and like keeping an eye on what everyone's doing and responding to things as well. Like he's an absolute sweetheart and I love him to bits. I really do. And obviously he's really talented because I like to draw animals too. I aspire to be able to draw like Tim. Like I do see him genuinely as someone to look up to. So to be able to colour his artwork is something it's actually quite special to me. So that's going to be where we start. But in terms of Colin Thompson, we're going to colour the doors picture because that's really what I wanted to do. But we also need to pick a Kirby page as well. So if I just grab the old fragile world here. I absolutely love this book. It's such a pretty book. Such a pretty book. Elise is asking, could you say if you will sell a downloadable copy of The Choice for those of us that do not have this book? Elise, I can't do that. That's like there's huge copyright issues and things that surround that. You can't just ask someone randomly. It depends who owns the copyright for that picture. If that book is still in print, Tim isn't able just to be like, oh, here, have a copy. It's really not that straightforward. Cogso's saying, worked on my phone but not my iPad. Oh, this is the poll, okay. Okay. Green Hat saying okay on her phone. She blames Gremlins. Oh, wow, that's hilarious. Yeah, we are going to do the door, like we're doing the doors, that's happening because I've wanted to colour that page for ages and for some reason I was really inclined to use Inktense pencils. I was like, if I'm going to colour it, that's what I'm using. And I know if that actually happens, then that's what we've got to do. Right, so in Fragile World, here's going to be our next poll. So I'm going to show you the ones that I've picked out here. And the first one is this massive double page spread and it's penguins. Look at them, they're freaking adorable. And I'm kind of feeling the kind of slightly colder vibe as well because of the time of year. So I would really enjoy this because we could get some really nice sky effects with some colour pencils in here too. If you're not feeling the penguins though, I understand. Like Nye, she's in 30-degree heat, so maybe she's not feeling the penguins. What about this little dude here? Look at him, he's holding his dandelion. He's so freaking cute. Yes, so we have other options for other animals. And in the back here, just while we're on this subject, there is all this information about all the different breeds. And, you know, if they're endangered or whether they're vulnerable or threatened or whatever. So it's really nice to see that we've got a little bit of education here because y'all know that I kind of like that as well. Like I'm kind of into that, the fact that you can learn something as we go along too. It's so good. Anyway, right, so yes, that's your next choice. And he does kind of look like a little bit like a gerbil, so you know. Kind of cute. And the last choice that I have for you here, if I just flick over, because you all know how I feel about orangutans. I love them. Like, they're absolutely one of my favourite animals, and the fact that he's hugging the forest. Like, that's like tug on the heartstrings. Absolutely tug on the heartstrings. So I wanted to include at least one double page spread because I felt as if that would be appropriate. I don't know if you think it's appropriate or not, but it is, as far as I'm concerned. But that's your choices. So again, I'm going to put a little poll up here. Miracle says the librarian. Whoa. So let's get another wee poll going really quickly. Which Kirby? Page. Here we go. Can't type. Fingers aren't working. So let's have penguins. I'm going to put a hamster. I know it's not a hamster. It's a small rodent, but that'll do just now. And the last one was our orang. Okay, let's go. Every orangutan is the librarian as far as you're concerned. I'm fine with that, Marigold. Absolutely fine. We must worship the internet hamster and may show us mercy. Ooh. Christine, you can change your mind to whatever you want. You just have to vote on the poll. Green Hat's posted the hamster emojis. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Oh, look at the penguins getting all the love. I'm liking this. So I'm kind of in the mood for a double page spread, so that would do it for me. Like, that would tickle me. Oh, hey, Pammy. Love it. See, this is such a complicated process, guys. The penguins are holding their own here. Let's see what the other ones are. I'm just trying to yeah, the orangutan and the hamster are nowhere close. Wow. Interesting. I didn't really have any like preconceived notions about what you all might pick. So I don't know why I'm acting surprised, but that's quite interesting. Okay. Right, well again I'm gonna end it there because the penguins have like kind of run away with it. Okay, so penguins it is. Okay, so we've got a kestrel and we've got some penguins. And the order that we're going to colour these in, I mean, this is going to take us to like summertime. We're going to start with Tim Jeff's and we'll do the kestrel. And then we're going to go into the Colin Thompson book and we'll do the doors. So it's like a double page spread. And then we'll come into Fragile World and we can deal with our penguins in that. So thank you very much for your input. Obviously, I want to give you what you want to see. This is a mutually beneficial relationship. Well, I would say it's probably more beneficial to me because I like colouring all of it. But that's good. That is good to know. Christy says penguins might be winning because we want to make Jim work harder. I know y'all are. I mean, y'all are really nice people, so I don't think that that's actually what it is at all. Jana's saying I have sort of avoided the penguins, so this may motivate me to do the page. I would be happy to help you out with that. Yeah. And Mrs. Barnabas says, I think Hammy is a field mouse. I think he might be some sort of mouse as well, but it does look like a hamster, so we'll let it slide. It's fine. I'll actually look it up in the back of the book before we do the actual video and we'll have a proper education on it. Right, okie dokie. On to the next thing. What I would like to do is we've got two giveaways to deal with. One I'm going to explain very, very soon. And the collaboration that Colour with Claire and I did, we have to pick a winner for that artwork too. Just before we do that, if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to take a very short comfort break. I want to make sure that Pip is okay because she was a little bit agitated earlier. But also, I would like to go to the bathroom. That would be really nice. So if you guys could just like chat amongst yourselves for literally a couple of minutes, that would be great. And I'll be back real soon and then we're going to get down to some exciting things and get people to win prizes because that's what we like. So just occupy yourselves, like to just talk amongst yourself for a couple of minutes. I'll be back with you real soon. Okay, so I come back from doing what I'm doing and all I see is all the cow order hands in the chat. And that tells me that you all have been thanking the mods, haven't you? Is that what you've been doing? I'm going to have to like scroll back up through. I'll bet that's what's going on. Totally, yes. That's so nice of you guys. I like to show my mods that I appreciate them, and I gave them all a little Cavemas present, and I don't need to show that off, like this isn't a thing, but one of the things I did do that I didn't talk about in the thank you video was Thea's done quite a lot of stuff, like she's really helped me out, and Thea is a gamer a bit like myself, so I bought her a new game to play on her PC, so that was her little prize to get that she found out about, so that's nice. Credit where credit's due. One of the things that's really important to me and really precious to me is time, because it's something I do not have a lot of and I am spread very thin 99% of the time. So the fact that Laurie, Green Hat and of course Thea are willing to give me that which is theirs, and you can't get that back. I really appreciate that, and I think it deserves to be shown that I appreciate it. And if they can continually and consistently show up, which they have done, then that's beneficial to everyone, and I just want everyone to know that they're appreciated. Yes, Thea, you did hear your name. Okay. Yeah, Green Hat saying thank you for bingo, Thea. So speaking of bingo, that's perfect, Green Hat, for just easing me into this. Right, here's the situation, guys. I've got a little bit of explaining to do here before we give out some prizes. What happened was, with Cavemas Bingo, we had 2 full house prizes as well as all the little prizes as well. No one got a full house in bingo. So a full house was every single square on one card filled in. What did happen though was one of our cavers had bought 2 cards and she ended up with 6 lines between 2 cards. So Thea and I thought it was only fair that that person received one of the full house prizes, considering no one had won one. So we gave that one away to her. Because that was an incredible amount of luck for that. So we still have 1 full house prize and it's sitting here, and it was so generously donated by Chris at Scrollerbox, and it is one of the Scrollerbox combo boxes, so it's like 3 normal boxes in 1 box. And what we are going to do is we are going to give that away right now. In this hat, there's a story behind this hat as well, which I'll tell you in a little minute. But in this hat is the name of every single person that bought a bingo card that hasn't won anything at all. Because people did win prizes, but they were 1-line prizes, and some people won more than one line prize, if that makes sense. And there's people that won multiple prizes because they got more than 1 line on their bingo card. So everyone that didn't win anything but still bought a bingo card, your names are in this rather attractive stripy and cozy hat. So I know that some of the people that did this won't be in the live stream. I wanted this prize to go to someone who had contributed, because obviously all the money from those bingo cards are going to our charity. That's the whole idea. So I really wanted someone to win this that had been generous enough to buy a bingo card. So I'm going to pick a name out of the hat, and you know I like to do this the traditional way, and they're on bits of paper. Look, they are literally folded up bits of paper. So I'm just going to have a dig about. Nina's saying it's such a good idea to give the rest a shot. Well, one of the things that I've always done on the channel, and I've done it since the very first day, is if someone has won a prize in the last giveaway, they are automatically not eligible for the next one, and it's just to give everyone a chance and make it fair. But I felt, especially because people were parting with money for this, that it was important that everyone got a fair shot. So Roseanne's saying, oh, another chance. Yes, Roseanne, your name is in here, and I know because I wrote it out on a piece of paper earlier. So the best of luck to everyone that hasn't won anything from bingo, and this just might be your little chance here. Now, with the scroller combo box, doesn't matter where you are in the world, I will post it to you. Standard mail is included with the prize. If you want it tracked, because I mean it's quite an expensive parcel, we will come to an arrangement between us to split the difference. But if you want it sent standard mail, you have to pay this. So let's go. Ba, 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 ba. Oh. I've got one. I've got this one here. Are you all ready? And the winner is Lisa. I don't think Lisa's in the chat. She was earlier. I don't know if she's still here. Lisa, you are the winner. Congratulations. You have won a scroller box combo box. If you're not still here, then I don't know if you're still here. If you are still here, let me know in the chat, obviously. But if not, and you're watching this after the fact, you can email me, and obviously I'll be posting this on social media if you don't get in touch with me to let you know that you are in fact a winner. So congratulations, and I'm really pleased to be able to give this away. All good, all good, all good. I just want to, I don't feel as if I have to explain myself to you guys, but I do actually just want to show you that other people's names were in fact on these pieces of paper. Like, you know, there's nothing fixed about this. Okay, I don't know, is Lisa here? Lisa, give us a wave if you're here, will you? Tell me that you're here, because if you're not... okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. That'll be fine. Let's see if she pops up or not. Right. Oh. I look at you all congratulating her. You've got such good sportsmanship, all of you. I love it. Okay, so our last item of business before we finish up on this very cold and lovely Friday evening here in the cave. The other thing that we have to deal with is Colour with Claire. Her and I did a collab. I'm pretty sure some of you knew about that one. Claire has the artwork and we have to give it away to someone. So what I have here also is the list of names of everyone who wanted to be in with a chance with winning that particular artwork. So we decided, just because I was going to be here in the live stream anyway, Claire and I decided that I would be the one to draw the winner. So again, it's unlikely that that Claire's going to pop in. I haven't seen her. So again, if the person who has won isn't here in the live stream, which was a high possibility of, we'll post it on social media to make sure that we can get in touch with them at some point. I haven't seen Lisa pop up either, so I'm assuming that she's not here, but I say we'll get the word out, it'll be fine. Right, I'm going to do this by using Siri to pick a random number because everyone's name has a number next to them. So if you want to take this moment to turn off Siri on your phone in case I trigger it, because we did this once before and I think it was with Alexa and everyone's Alexa speakers went absolutely bananas because I asked a question. So if you want to take a moment to hide your phone or turn Siri off or whatever on your iPad, please feel free to do so and I shall give you a small chance to do that before I get going with this. Right, okay, so this one's quite interesting, isn't it? Because this is a very unique item that we have here because it is a collab between Claire and I. Unless like something happens and we get like uber famous once we die, it's probably not going to be worth much in monetary terms, but it is quite a unique item in the grand scheme of things. So I'm just gonna have a wee chat with Siri here. Hang on a wee second till we get this sorted out. And let's see if we can get going. Hey Siri. Siri doesn't want to talk to me. Okay. Fine then. I'm gonna have to have a chat here. Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 46. He's not doing anything. Siri's on strike. That's hilarious. It's actually not doing it. Oh, I just can't. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 45, please.
It's 40.
There we go. He woke up eventually. Number 40. Okay, so I'll just consult my little list here. And there we go. The person that is number 40 on this list is Amy S. So congratulations to Amy S. I don't even think we've got an Amy in the chat at all. So we'll have to post that up on social media and see if we can get her to get in touch with Claire for our prize. So congratulations to Amy S. And that is a lovely way to round out what is going on with Cavemas. The last thing I wanted to mention just before we get finished up, guys, congratulations to all our winners and a huge thank you to all of you who donated or bought bingo cards and just simply were present for Cavemas, because every single iota of what went on counts towards what we're trying to achieve for Cavemas. The actual donation video, what happens with that is I have to wait until the end of January because a lot of the donations came in the form of chat revenue, so super chats, super stickers, and we get that like after the fact, so it's like the month after. So that money usually comes in from YouTube around the 23rd or the 24th of the month. So after that, as soon as I have it, I'm going to make that donation to RX Art, which is our charity for this year. And if you haven't seen what they do and the type of work that they do, you should really check out their website. Mods, can someone put up the link to the RX Art website, please, so that people in chat can click on it and check it out. They are an organisation that commission mainstream artists to paint and decorate facilities that are medical facilities that are used by kids. So things like chemo wards and MRI scanners, that kind of thing, kids' waiting rooms in hospitals. And the website itself is amazing. I just think it's such a good cause. And we wanted to choose a US charity. They are active in Canada, but they're a much bigger charity in the US. We did it for the UK last year for charity. We've picked the US this year. So when it comes to Cavemas 2023, we're going to be picking a Canadian charity. I think you'll agree that we've done an excellent job. I don't know what the final amount is, and you'll have to wait for the video when I make the donation to find out how much that final amount that we've raised actually is. But I can't thank you all enough. All the support network that I've had as well, like a lot of people won't understand, and I don't expect people to understand, and I'm not superior because of it, but my schedule's pretty packed because I've got 2 jobs, because I live on a farm, blah blah blah, all the usual crap. To pile Cavemas on top of that, it's a choice. I make that choice. If I couldn't do it or didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it, but it's something that's really, really important to me because it gives me a sense of purpose and it allows me to share a time of year that I really enjoy, because Christmas time is something that's really precious to me, not because of presents and things, but because I get to be with my family. If I can do something good for someone else with the help of all you guys, I'm absolutely going to keep doing it. But it is a strain, I'm not going to lie. With Thea's help especially this year, it's been a little bit easier, and I fully intend to continue on and make Cavemas bigger and better every year, which is why I've been asking you all these questions. So thank you so much just for being awesome, Cavers, because that's what you are. You're all awesome. Right, let's take a wee last look at the chat before we close off for the evening. Okay, I don't think we've got Amy or Lisa in the chat, but that's fine. Cal loves our Mecha Moggy print. Oh, I'm glad. Mecha Moggy's been really popular. We're going to have more mechas coming this year, but I'm really glad that you've liked the Moggy. And Thea has posted the link there to the RX Art website if you guys want to check it out and see where your hard-earned cash is going, because it's absolutely worth it, I can promise you that. Yeah, Cogs will, it'll be posted everywhere, don't worry. Don't worry. Yes, we'll post it everywhere, everything will be fine. Ah, you don't have to thank me, I don't need thanked. I would say I wouldn't do it if I didn't want to, I don't need thanked, it's all good. Ah, Gem and the mods are the bestest. My mods are the best. I've got the bestest mods out of everyone. I'm really lucky. Marilise is asking if you want to contribute to Cavemas this year, how can you get in touch to do that? Marilise, you can send me an email, just the normal colourcavegem@gmail.com. If you want to make a contribution, it'll need to be soon, but if you drop me an email, I'll get back to you as quickly as I can, which will be tomorrow morning because I'm usually hovering about after I've done my post run for the stash shop. Yeah. Night night, Gem et al. Okay, thank you, Rana. Night night to you too. Ah, you're welcome, Janet. I'm glad everyone's enjoyed themselves. Amethyst Rock asking what my birthstone is. I am a March baby, so I think aquamarine is my birthstone. I think. Yeah, it's like a turquoisey colour. I'm sure it's aquamarine. Anyway, right guys, thank you so much for joining me. No news on the celebration of 10k subscribers. We've got a bit to go yet. You will be updated on that in due course. Right everyone, I'm going to say night night. It is now just after 8 o'clock here in Scotland. I am going to go and get something to eat because I'm pretty hungry, and go and check out, see if Mr. Gem's okay, because I've got Cavemas House to go and check. Literally, after I've had something to eat, I'm going to put my wellies on and my big fluffy layers and my woolly hat. I was going to tell the story about the woolly hat. I'll do that really quickly. Yeah, and put on my woolly hat and go out and check my cows and make sure I've got no babies. This hat, I'm flapping out all the bits of paper in it. This hat, Mr. Gem has an abnormally small head. I always say it's because he's bald now, he's lost all his hair. He found this hat at the side of the road. It was literally just lying at the side of the road. It was perfectly clean. It wasn't like covered in mud or anything. And he brought it back and he's like, I found this hat. Look at it. It's amazing. It's really thick knit. It's really cozy. So I was like looking at it and you're like, do you know, I was like, you better wash that before you put that anywhere near your head. And I turned it inside out and looked at the label. And it's from a very popular supermarket chain that happens to do clothes. And it says on the inside label 11 to 13 years. So Mr. Jem has taken what is absolutely a brand new hat and taken it from a distraught preteen, and it fits his tiny little head. So that tells you a lot about Mr. Jem's integrity and his character, doesn't it? It's a really good hat though. Anywho, I thought some of you might like that. Oh, we've got other hands again. Thanks for the other hands, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And on that note, I shall leave you all to get on with your evening. Thanks for coming and joining in. And we'll see you back in the cave as normal on Sunday for a regular video, okay? So thank you all once again. Well done to our winners. And thank you all for your contributions to Cavemas. We'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.